Over the past few weeks we've been dealing with more collapses on the banking, but managed to redirect the water and stop it from happening. Rob goes hunting for potential places to look for hidden gems. I get back on the strimmer and start preparing for summer. And the search continues for Alfie. We give a life update on where we are at the moment. And we gifted our first power bank, our first step to off-grid. The car is not as bad as what we first thought, and we get some help to fix it. And we have a little upgrade to our water system, which makes life a lot easier for us. And finally, we get back into the mine and start digging that collapse out. Stay tuned and we hope you enjoy the video.
Just walking down the path at the side of the house, probably about half a kilometre away from the house, and I've come across this. This tree is absolutely massive. It's blocked the entire road, and that's where it snapped off in the high winds and the bad weather. Obviously, I'm not going to attempt to try and get through there. It's absolutely huge. Let's see, is there any way through? No. I can't really even see to the other side. That is absolutely massive. Yeah, unbelievable. Mother Nature is a harsh force at times. So, yeah, hopefully the logging boys who work up on these hills will see this and get rid of it. So, in this spot, we seem to have like a ditch, granite either side and granite in the bottom, and the infill seems to be river rock. A lot of it is very rounded, so I presume it's a dried up kind of riverbed, stream bed. Step back so it won't be a bit clearer. Yeah, we've got that there, which maybe it'll hold something. Then if we walk just up here a few meters, we have what appears to be call it. On the side of the seam, it goes right the way up. There's a lot of black, shiny stuff. So, is this a good place to look? And then just here we have another seam going right the way up. So this is all within 10 metres of each other. Good places to look. We'll have to see.
So, here we go again. We've diverted the water further down, and that bit's gone. And look at this. It's like a waterfall, and it's all come down onto the road. Right, okay, let's clear this off. So, this morning, more's gone. And we have a river flowing down here. So we need to shift this out of the way. Right, so that bit's come down, but it's not really obstructing the road, so that'll be alright until it dries out a bit and then we'll move it. Yeah. All that, and it looks like more's going to come there. But this is clear, well, clear enough for a car to get through for now. We've dug all that water coming down there. It's flowing down both sides, and then it's absolutely chucking it down at the moment as well. And then we've made it so it all comes off the road and goes down into this. It's fenced off, but it's abandoned, as you can see. So it all just goes off down there. And there is another river over that way, so it'll just eventually make its way down into that. So, yeah. It's battling against the elements, but what else can you do? Just try and deal with it best you can. And that's all you can do. And then next year, I don't think we'll get this amount of rain, but during the drier months, we can make it so that it works properly and get some proper channels dug in and try and get it under the road to take it away, because the mine, I'll show you, I'll just climb up this bank in. It's still going like crazy. Yeah. I'm just going down to the river at the other side of the house. We have about 10 rivers going on at the moment, but this is the one that stays all year. You can probably hear how fast it's flowing. You can see it through there. There's so much water. And all the dry summer streams that come down this valley. Every single one of them's flowing at the moment. It's just madness. There's a pipe under the road here. Look at how fast it's coming out. The other side of that pipe. And the thing is, we're near the top of the mountain, so the poor people that are below are getting even more than us. So we have to think ourselves lucky in a way. It's manageable for now. Even this little one here, this doesn't normally flow in summer. Water everywhere. Right, as you can see from that puddle, it's chucking it down, so I'm going back in for a coffee. And like I said, we've been out looking for Alfie for 4 days since he went missing, and this is the kind of stuff that we're having to go through. It's hard work, full of brambles, full of broom, full of broken trees that have fallen down. But we're trying to follow the pig trails, because that's where they put the snare traps. And as illegal as they are, it still happens over here. And I just can't stand the thought of him being stuck in a trap. And yeah, it's like looking for a needle in a haystack. But what do? Keep looking, is our puppy. So, here's where we're at. When you watch this video, Alfie will have been gone for 18 days. It's really hard because we need to get on with things here in preparation for summer. But you feel guilty for doing it because you're not out looking. And it's really hard. It's really, really hard. But after 18 days, I think our only hope now is that he gets picked up and he gets his microchip scanned and he comes back that way. I don't think that he's going to make his own way home now. He could be in Spain. We don't know. He could have passed away. We don't know. My buddy. The other things that are going on with us, my finger is really, really sore, and after a closer inspection, they've actually left a stitch in there. So while we've been looking for Alfie, I didn't want to not be here. So we need to, well, I need to go and get that sorted, probably at the hospital, and get that stitch removed so it can continue healing properly. The other thing is, both our residency cards have now run out. I am waiting for a refund from the UK for tax I paid on my pension, which has been 10 months now, and a constant battle with them to try and get that money back. But hopefully that'll be in the next few weeks, and then we can submit to Ama and try and get another 3 years residency, I think it is. So everything's up in the air at the moment. Since I cut my finger off at Christmas, well, end of my finger off, it's just been one thing after another. And although you try to stay positive, sometimes it's really hard. I know there's a lot of people that have suffered a lot worse with all this bad weather, with the cyclone, with the flooding, and we have been really lucky in that sense. We've just had a few collapses on us bankings, but the biggest thing for us has been Alfie. And what's that saying? If we hadn't had bad luck, we won't have any at the moment. It just all seems to come at once. But you have to stay positive and try and work through it. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll keep you all updated anyway. If there's any news on Alfie, we'll let you know straight away. And the rest of the stuff. So I just thought I'd let you know what we're going on. And yeah. That's life. It's sent to challenge. So All Powers have kindly sent us this little power bank. It's the R600 and it's a 600 watt output. It's got wireless charging on the top. It's got 2 AC outlets, a car cigarette lighter charger, so you can plug it into your car. It's got a light. Turn it on. An LED light, which is really handy if you're out and about. It also has 2 USB-A outputs and 2 USB-B outputs. So this is really good, and as you'll see later on in the video, we're using this to pump as water. I also use this to charge the laptop and run the laptop, the phones, and any small, well, Makita batteries we charge with it. So it's coming in really, really handy. It also has in here the AC input and the solar input, and there's also an overload protector in here as well. So yeah, the All Powers R600. And we also got solar panels. So the solar panels are the Solax SE200, and it plugs directly into this and it charges this up in no time. They're really, really good. So this little setup that we've got is our first step to going off grid. So these are the solar panels, and they come in this really good carry case, really light, as is the power bank that I forgot to mention, really, really light. So let's get these out and get this charging up. So it's just a case of unfolding, and it does have the stand at the back. So let's get this out. There we go. And then It's 2 wires that plug into the back of there, into the solar panel, and one that clips into there, and there we go, we're charging. So on the LED display it tells you roughly what you've got coming in from the solar. So at the moment we've just started it up, so, and it builds, it's on 54, and it does go up to nearly 200, bringing the solar in. So yeah, it doesn't cost us anything. Brilliant. Thank you, All Powers. I've had a couple of dry days. I've been catching up on the washing. I've got another load on. That's load number 4. Probably another couple after that because we haven't been able to do anything. We don't really want to use the dryer because it costs a fortune. I've started strimming up there in the veggie bit, but Adrian, who came to help us look for Alfie, knows a lot about Frontierers, so he had a look at the car for us, and it's not the head gasket, thankfully, but there is a few issues with it. So Rob's gone off today to go down to Adrian's to try and start to fix the issues if they can, and I'm going to be strimming this bit so I can keep an eye on this one and this one, because they've managed to find a hole in the fence. They came straight back, to be fair, but yeah, I've been down and repaired that bit of fence where they've got out, so they shouldn't be able to get out of there anymore. But yeah, endless battle. So yep, let's get strimming. So it's a lovely day today. We've been out just checking on a friend's house while they're back in South Africa. And while we were out, we did another scent trail. Yesterday I managed to get, you can see it, that much done, where it gets longer up to there. And unfortunately my strimmer broke. So Rob's taking a look at that, and while he's doing that, to clear these beds out, one's got some garlic in it which will have to stay. This one's got asparagus at the top, so that stays. Everything else can come out, so all this calendula that's still in there, I'm going to dig it out of here and split it, and I'm going to put it on the edge of the banking over there, and hopefully that'll help to bind the soil so we have no more, well, we'll keep doing the water management, but hopefully we have no collapses on that wall over there. So I'll show you when I'm done. So there we go, we've got calendula all along there. I've got some more, so I think I'll probably go that way with them. And then get some more going this year and try and get them all along the banking. And hopefully the roots will bind in and hold everything where it is. So we're getting things in here that's starting to sprout, so it won't be long before I'm needing those beds, so I need to clear them out. So Brussels sprouts are doing really well, taking over everything else. And a few other little bits coming up, leeks. I thought that was onions, but it's not. We've got some spring onion there, leeks there, some dills coming up, and then other little bits and bats, but I'm going to have to start putting some other stuff in soon, so we've got another shelf under there I can use. But for now, that's it. So there he is, trying to fix my strimmer.
Sure. Trying. That's off, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's some life there.
So this morning Mandy's on a ladder up a tree cleaning out the bird cam and refilling it with seed. All done, quick, easy as that.
Yep, all done.
Right, very good. So that's back in action. Steadied out ladder.
Another job done.
Only a small job, but they all count.
So another little job that needs doing. The Reolink camera. Not only with the bad weather, but we had a big branch, if you can see up there, we've cut it off now, that were over the solar panel. So it went totally flat, so we've manually charged it up inside, and now Rob's putting it back up, and as you can see the sun's on the panel now, so it should keep its charge.
An update on where we're at with the car. When Alfie went missing, a Dutch guy called Adrian very kindly came up and offered us a day searching, which he did. We're very thankful for that. And very luckily, he turned out to be an expert on frontierers. So he offered to do some work on it, which he did the other day. Turns out that there's lots of aftermarket bits being done to it, especially to the electrical system. So Adrian is in the process of putting it all back to standard. There was air getting into the diesel system and into the turbo system. It was leaking air. There's a couple of oil leaks and a water leak to find yet. So it's an ongoing slow process, and the turbo is working, it's just not working up to where it should be. It's low on power. But he's going through it little by little, putting it back to standard, and we should in a few weeks have a reliable engine again. It also turns out that the clocks, the dashboard basically, have a major fault. He tried a set of clocks in this that are known to be good, and they all work. So it's our clocks that have a fault. So we'll have to replace those at some point when we can get hold of a replacement cheap. So that's where we're up to on the car. So a little bit of good news, and a big thank you to Adrian. What a great bloke he is. Very nice man.
I don't know whether you remember me pruning this and taking all these shooters out, but we've decided that this tree had to come down. This was burnt in the 2022 fires, and it's never really recovered since then. So, and it had a big hole in the trunk. So we've took it down and we've left a few of the biggest shooters there. And see if we can get it to grow back a bit healthy, because the root stock must be quite good. It's just the main tree was, yeah, not doing too good. So that's come down. And as I speak, sleep out my shadow, the cat's attacking my leg. I don't think we mentioned either that Charlie didn't get a new home, so as they were our responsibility and our mistake, a lovely mistake, but our mistake, Charlie's staying with us. So, aren't you, puss? Yes. So that's a bit of the fig tree we've cut up now, but that hole went even deeper and wider towards the bottom, and it's actually rotting inside, so yeah, and it will losing its bark as well, so not a very healthy tree. So let's give one of the shooters a chance.
Lovely.
Right, so after all the walls, the bankings were collapsing, we had to set the water right to the very end of our land, which is there. The house is right up there. And bring it over the banking, over the road, and out into this field. All the way up. I need to put some stakes in these olive trees, the wind's blowing them a bit. So it goes all the way up there, back up to the mine.
Our water supply comes from the mine just over here, and we've had to use a system of using two sub pumps, one to pump from the mine into this IBC, and then one to pump from the IBC up to our top IBC, which gives us then the flow down to the house. So we've come up with a better system, which is pumping directly from the mine to the top IBC, therefore cutting out this thing. Fortunately, a few weeks ago, All Power sent us a small power pack, which is 600 watts, and this pump is 600 watts, so it should work, but this is just the first test, just to see if the theory works. If it does, everything will get tightened up and pinned down, and So
it'll be a permanent fixture then, won't it?
yeah, I'll have to build a little pump house here and hide all the piping and everything. But we'll give it a go. I'm sure there's going to be leaks and fountains going everywhere, but we'll see. Yeah, that's all, 100%. Then we can plug this in. So that's it, we're powered up, and it's just a case of keep it out of the way and press the on button.
Whether you can see that, but there's
Here it comes.
water coming in. And we have water going in. Marvellous. So with everything that's been going on, and all the torrential rain we've had, this has been a bit of a no-go area. So it's starting to dry up a little bit. We have got some more rain forecast, but not a lot, hopefully. So we're going to spend a few hours every week trying to get this collapse out, and then we will be digging the dirt from on top of what we think is a slate cover on the water channel, and then we can have a look underneath that and see what's underneath it. So bit by bit we're going to clear this out right up to where the big collapse is, and then we'll see where we go from there. We might have to put some supports in to see if we can get and bring all the rocks out, which we can use on the land anyway, but and then we can see if it goes further in eventually. But it's like everything else, this will take time to do, so but if we keep plugging away at it, we'll get there.
Reason we haven't been down in the wet weather is that the granite is so deteriorated with the water, it literally breaks up into nothing. Oop. Yeah. This is why it's so unsafe in bad weather conditions, especially, obviously, water.
Go on.
I could do with a nice little excavator up here that's got a nice long arm on it that'd reach in there and just pull it all out for me. Oh wow.
You've got no chance. Ride on lawnmower first.
Well, you're the lawnmower.
When we win lottery.
Yeah. As you can see, this is just in the first part of the tunnel. That's a small turbo shovel, not a full size one. But there are some pretty hefty boulders down here. And that, where the water's flowing through right down there, it's from where I'm stood to that water is way taller than me, which makes this pile that I am stood on, and then it goes down there. It's a little higher at this side, so I'd say it's maybe 6 or 7 feet to the bottom of the rubble pile on this side. This side, more like 9 or 10. So there's quite a drop in it. But it all.
Get on with it then.
Okay, my love. Well, thank you for watching the video. We hope you enjoyed it. And if you did,
please like, subscribe, leave us a comment, hit that hype button.
And the notification bell.
Yeah. Of course, we'll keep you updated if we have any news on Alfie and the rest of the stuff that we spoke about. We are going to get more into the mine now. Again, now the weather's improving a little bit. But stay tuned for that. Yeah, so that's it.
Yeah.
So we will see you next Tuesday. Ciao for now.
Ciao for now.
Bye.